the Hermetic Principle, as stated in the maxim, as above, so below, and as within, so without, asserts that the spiritual and physical realms are interconnected, and the laws that govern the universe are the same laws that govern the individual. This principle posits that the macrocosm and microcosm are interrelated and that by studying the workings of the self, one can gain insight into the workings of the universe. A central concept in Hermetic philosophy is the idea of correspondence, which suggests that there is a relationship between different levels of reality. By understanding these correspondences, such as the connection between the planets and the human body or the days of the week and the chakras, one can gain a deeper understanding of the universe and their place within it. This principle is also closely linked to the idea of the chain of being, which posits that everything in the universe is interconnected and exists in a hierarchical order. The Hermetic Principle also has implications for our understanding of reality. It suggests that reality is not fixed and unchanging, but in a state of constant flux, as reflected in the maxim, all is in flux, nothing is fixed. By recognizing that our perception of reality is limited and that it is constantly changing, one can develop adaptability and open-mindedness. Furthermore, by understanding the connection between the spiritual and physical realms, one can comprehend the role of the self in shaping one's reality. The Hermetic Principle maintains that our inner states are reflected in the world around us and that by transforming ourselves, we can change our reality. This idea is closely connected to the principle, as within, so without. In summary, the Hermetic Principle of as above, so below, and as within, so without posits that the spiritual and physical realms are interconnected, and that the laws that govern the universe are the same laws that govern the individual. By understanding the correspondences between different levels of reality and the idea of the chain of being, one can gain a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. Additionally, by understanding that reality is constantly changing and our inner state affects our external reality, we can start to take an active role in shaping our own experiences. The Hermetic Principle also applies to the microcosm, which refers to the individual and their inner state. The principle states that, as within, so without, which suggests that an individual's inner state is reflected in their external reality. In other words, what an individual believes and feels about themselves will be reflected in the world around them. This principle is closely tied to the idea of self-transformation, which is the process of transforming the base metals of the self into the gold of the spiritual self. One of the main teachings of Hermeticism is that the individual is a microcosm, a reflection of the macrocosm, the universe. Hermetic philosophy suggests that by understanding the individual, one can understand the universe. This idea is closely tied to the principle of correspondence, which suggests that there is correspondence between different levels of reality. The principle of self-transformation is closely tied to the idea of the alchemical process. Hermetic alchemists believed that the process of transmutation was not just a physical process, but also a spiritual one. The alchemical process was seen as a metaphor for the process of self-transformation, and by understanding the alchemical process, one can gain insight into the process of self-transformation. In conclusion, the Hermetic Principle applies to both the macrocosm and the microcosm and suggests that the spiritual and physical realms are interconnected and that the laws that govern the universe are the same laws that govern the individual. By understanding the correspondences between different levels of reality, the idea of the chain of being, self-transformation, and alchemy, one can gain a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. Like and follow for more.